On my parents' farm is a beautiful secluded area just off a creek named Marley's Meadow. The long-term plan is to turn this beautiful little area into a picnic and camping site for the ever-expanding family. We've already planted some native trees, including a Wallamai pine. One thing we really want to encourage is some native bird species to nest in this particular area. My father decided to purchase a nesting box for each one of his grandchildren, and by the time this video goes up, there'll be 11. So Dad, you need to purchase another. In this video, we're going to build a small parrot box for Zach, who's more eager grandchildren to help, and we're going to mount this box along with the Kookaburra nesting box for Max. Let's get to it. I thought I'd do a shout out to the place that Dad purchased these nesting boxes from, which is an Australian business called Nesting Boxes Australia. You can buy all kinds of nesting boxes. We're going to build in the small parrot box, which you can see here. You can get it in a flat pack or you can get it pre-built if you're a lazy Leonard. I have to say these kits are easy to assemble, and if you choose a flat pack, they're easily marked and cut from quality, I would say about an inch thick ply. Here's a little fella opening it for us, cracking into it like it's a Christmas present. Now it's pretty straightforward. We laid all the parts out, see how it all goes together before gluing and screwing it. Pretty cool. There's a routed ladder that goes on the inside of the nesting box to help the parrots get in and out because there isn't a perch on the inside and it's quite deep. Dad wanted a nesting box for each grandchild, so he thought it'd be a good idea not only for them to help build each grandchild but put their name on it. So when it's in the tree, they can identify it and be more involved. So I knocked up some stencils using a font we designed in-house for stencil laser cutting, and we cut them out for him. And before we assemble, this is the perfect time to spray the stencil on. So I just grabbed whatever spray paint Dad had in the shed, chucked it on. Yeah, I could have masked this off better, and there's a bit of overspray. Just going in trees, not a big deal, but it probably will annoy me. Before we assembled the box, we countersunk all the holes to make sure that the screws sit flush, and it gives it a nice finish. We also gave it all a quick sand as well before the glue up. Now I'll let Dad explain to his grandson about how to glue up.
I put glue in here. And here, and then we're going to glue them in. Here's our glue. See? That one.
Now everyone tell my old man in the comment section why he's using interior glue for an outside job.
Can you gooey that up and down?
Well, I'm sure he'd answer. He didn't want to drive 30 minutes each way to the hardware store because the farm's quite isolated, and that's what he had on stock. And the screws will hold it and make it strong anyway. Next step is to put the two main walls in place and put the nesting box on its back and put in all the screws. Once the screws are in, the bottom and the top need to be glued and screwed, and we left the glue in for Zach, who's really enjoying this little project.
You want it?
Whoa!
Good boy.
That is super fun.
There's a little trigger. Once the sides, top, bottom and front are put in place, we need to screw the perch in. Now you see the right angle there has been pulled out to make sure that the birds aren't perching on an angle. They probably wouldn't even perch if it was an angle. Well, they might, since the birds are pretty crooked branches, but we don't want to make a crooked branch for them. Now it's all assembled, we put a few coats of cement or protection on there just to give the nesting boxes a bit more longevity. Again, these are going on trees, so don't be too harsh on the painting technique. Here are a few other grandkids nesting boxes that Dad has built with each one of his grandchildren. Built a Kookaburra one here for Max. Emma's chose a ringtail possum. We've seen Zach help us build a small parrot box. And here we have a rogue choice by Ivy, which is micro bats. Here we have a proud Zach showing off the new bird box he's helped build before we load it onto Muffin. The name of an ATV after Muffin McClay. We're taking these boxes down to Marley's Meadow to mount. Dad loves doing these projects with his grandchildren. Every time we come visit, he wants to do something with the kids. He loves making memories with them. He's not building bird boxes or going gold panning in the creek. He's distilling eucalyptus oil. I'll check the link to that video in the description if you want to check that out too. We even take him out wildlife spotting at night, which is amazing on this property. At the end of the video, I'll tell you more about that. We're going to find an area that doesn't have direct sunlight. Nesting boxes as high up as we can with this ladder, but we're both big guys, so I don't know how high we can get them. So here we're doing the Kookaburra box for Max. They're a beautiful bird. Here's a shot of one I just got in the local field close to where I live. They're everywhere, but just a very iconic Australian bird. See if I can insert some kookaburras laughing here. Yep, this tree looks the goods. Here I'm just checking to see if there's a nice vertical part of the trunk. Just make sure the nesting box can sit flat too. It would suck if you're a kookaburra trying to make a nest and it was all crooked and your eggs kept rolling away. Once I drilled a pilot hole and put in the anchor screw, Dad passed me up the nesting box to hang. Once it was hung, I checked the horizontal and vertical planes using a level and then put the bottom anchor screws in. Proved pretty hard to get a shot holding the camera with one hand and the ladder with the other, but here's a shot from further back. Now we've got Max's up, need to get Zach's small parrot box up, which he's super keen about. Now we are aware these nesting boxes might not be high enough, and Dad and I are pretty big units and not designed for ladders, so we found a solution. As I mentioned in previous videos, we have a fair few greater gliders on this property which are an endangered species. There's a wonderful conservation biologist whose name is Anna Grassinen, who set up a live stream for greater gliders nesting in a hollow. Checked out some of the greater glider dwellings in our property. She helped my dad put up a few of these boxes a bit higher, as she has incredible tree climbing abilities. I guarantee these nesting boxes will have better success being much higher in the tree. And make sure you check out her live stream, especially around dusk Australian Eastern Standard Time. You'll see the gliders getting ready to go out for the night. It's great to check out. And make sure you like and subscribe to her channel. Now, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel too, as we have many of these farm activities, also a lot of other different videos, and I'll see you in the next one.